Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back. So what I'm going to do just now is I want you guys to hopefully hold off until you've watched this whole video and you've heard me out before you go summoning for BALROG, right? We'll go in and we'll quickly look at BALROG, right? So let's look at BALROG. We'll go into here, it's quicker. Right, we'll quickly go over his kit, right? So BALROG, you see here, the way he works is he will do more damage the less HP he has, okay? So view him as being a kind of last gasp sort of a character, right? Now I forgot to turn notifications off, so I'm going to do that now, hang on. Right, we shouldn't get any more pop-ups. So view him as a last gasp sort of a character. He is going to perform his best functions the closer he is to death, right? See here, he does have this shield. Is it a great shield? No, it's not. There's far better shielding options, both of them being completely free to play, right? And you know, obviously I'm talking about both Ables at this point, okay? If we look at his C2, again, you can see here, this is more tied to damage reduction, but it's not the highest like damage and skill anyway. His highest damage and skill is probably his super attack, but again, the key there being it is tied to how much HP he has, okay? So the closer he is to death, the more damage he's going to do. If you look at his passive, you can see that he does build up some things like damage reduction that can lead into his C2. The issue is there's far better options than him on any team that I think you could put him on that you would want to use before you would use his C2, right? Now if we look at his cars, you can see that the same kind of idea. The more HP he loses, the more he's going to do, okay? So again, the closer this guy is to death, the more he is going to do with regards to form and function. Now, a lot of people do like the look of him for his assist, okay? His assist. When he's in assist position, he grants the assisted fighter 10% damage reduction at the start of the battle, and for every 1 HP lost by the assisted fighter, they gain 0.2% damage reduction, right? Some people like that. Do I like that? Not enough to summon the unit, okay? So, first off, let me just say, this unit, because he functions in the way that the closer he is to death is when he's going to shine. You are really only going to see this unit at its peak for potentially 1 turn, right? Now if you've got certain elements, you can maybe squeeze another turn out of that. But the problem is those elements are either A, what most people would regard to be pay to play or pay to win or whatever the term we're using is, and the other options to do it, they're not even available anymore. What do I mean by that? Well, if he's on a team with Gouken, because Gouken revives you with a shield and not HP, he will be gaining his highest boost for attack, right? If you've got Virgil will stop you dying at 1 HP, so that'll allow you maybe 1 more turn. If you've got Virgil's EX move, again, you can negate death and you can have 1 more turn. The issue there is, one of the units is a special summon, not easy to come by. The other unit is limited, he's gone. The EX move is limited, it's gone, right? But the thing is, even using those things, you're only likely to get 1 more turn out of this guy. And while he will probably hit hard for those 1, potentially 2 turns, it's not enough. It's not, because it's 1 unit, it's not like it's a massive AoE or anything like that. And the fact is as well, with the kind of content we get these days, chances are you're not going to survive long enough to actually make any impact with that, especially if he ends up in slot 1, right? So, in my point of view, or from my point of view, sorry, he is mid-tier at best, right? Now, this is why I want you guys to watch this video, because the argument that I keep saying is, even if the unit is mid-tier or trash, you should still summon because of half-price summons, okay? Now, Pika is being an absolute clown with this one. and he is telling people that even if it was a B rank unit, you should still summon because it's going to boost your account. I completely disagree. Completely. I told Pika I was going to slag him off, so don't worry about it, right? I completely disagree, and I'll tell you why I completely disagree. Even though you can get these resources half price by summoning on this banner, these resources will give you a short-term gain. They will maybe give you an extra level or two, right? Which, no arguments, is good, right? But if you were actually to continue to save to get yourself more tickets, more stones, spend more time, and actually get a unit that is going to help you push the needle on your account by being able to actually field another team in your third slot, fourth slot, whatever, that can actually perform, you over the long term will gain substantially more from your account, because you will beat more content, you will win more things, rank higher. Overall, you are going to gain far more from a usable unit than you will from some resources over the short term. Now, if you are a very new player, very new player, then you could argue that getting things like your wind factional tickets, your fire factional tickets, your thunder factional tickets are all going to be useful and they're going to be helpful. But if you are a player who has played this game for any length of time, which I suspect a lot of you are, because we don't have that many new players, most accounts are going to be mature accounts. Most of you guys these days are starting to come up against this, maybe not to the extent of me, but you are finding it. You're having multiple copies of Yang, multiple copies of T-Hawk. You know, you've got all these things currently cluttering up your box. So things like factional tokens don't hold the same value that maybe they even did back when we had the half price on Witch Jury, right? Things like the chests that give you these stones, while they may seem attractive, you need to remember, guys, you can spend 3.5k diamonds and buy a box of 25 of them out of this shop anyway. They usually appear down here in the strengthening token section. You can buy these things. They are things that are available to you with in-game currency. As I currently buy these, because I always buy these. You don't have to just rely on things like RNG to get yourself resources to push your account. In fact, the argument could be made that doing this is going to bring you better gains in the long term than relying on getting lucky with what you pull from here when it comes to a divination summon, right? Now, I don't really want to do this because I pulled one copy of this guy to defend myself in case they put up a Balrog as needed. And also I could do this and it could completely blow what I'm saying out of the water, but I'm going to do one of these just to show you, because the thing is, a lot of times you can do these summons and you can walk away with absolute dog shit. I cannot believe that just happened. that doesn't normally happen, right? I knew, because I was doing this video, I knew that was going to happen, right? But ignore the unit here, we want to look at the resources, right? You can end up walking away with nothing but this, you know what I mean? Loads and loads of these one fragments, these blue things, cash that maybe isn't that important to you, blue cards. Just because you sometimes see someone having this amazing experience on divination summons doesn't mean it's the norm, right? Getting 2 copies of the unit is not the norm, right? And it wasn't at all what I expected to happen. But he's trash, I don't want him. I literally was just doing this as an example, right? If he was good, or even approaching good, I would tell you go all in, go ham. But what I say is you would be far better, far better to take your currency, save it longer, and put it towards a unit that is actually going to push the needle and help you beat more content. I need to get that off my screen, that's annoying me now. You've got to do that. Summoning for trash is going to have an unfortunate side effect. What it's going to do is it's going to show the developers that it doesn't matter what they put in here. They could put the worst characters that they have left, slap 50% on them, and people are just going to go nuts summoning to get half price currency or half price resources. And what it means is we're likely to never see a good unit appearing in this divination summon ever again. Now, if you guys value the resources over anything else, I will not judge you if you decide to go ahead and just blow your stack on this unit. But do not come later and complain that the unit is bad, because yes, the unit is bad. You are essentially deciding that you are going to spend your currency on a resource gacha at that point, because the unit is not going to help you push content. They're not going to improve your accounts in any vast or meaningful way. I think personally that you would be better targeting something like more copies of a special summoning unit you've got to SSS, or someone like a Chun, Sagat, someone who's actually going to bring benefit to your account, help you field that second, third, fourth team, whatever, than going for a unit simply because they're 50% off. He is not a good unit. He is mid at best. If he was to be ranked on a tier list right now, I'd probably put him at B tier. He is not worth going for. If you've already gone for him, don't feel bad about it, because maybe you did value the resources and maybe it was worth your while. But all I can say is the short-term bonus of getting these resources will seem like you have made the right choice. But saving and actually getting a unit that's going to help you compete, going to help you beat more, going to help you push further, is going to do more for your account over the long term than doing something like this could ever hope to. So anyway, if you agree, say down below. If you don't agree, say down below. Go and watch Pika, because he is going to be shilling hard for you all to go and blow all your currency on this banner. He is not a Pokemon, he is a Muppet. Anyway, see you later guys.